everybody out there, this is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another College Football 26 Ultimate Team video. It's Sunday, which means we got brand new alumni cards in the game. In today's video, we're going to cover all of the new content and go over everything that you need to know about Cut 26 right now. So let's go ahead and jump right on into it. So I still think Alumni is probably going to be one of the better programs that we see from a week-to-week basis. It's replacing the Legend programs, and unfortunately, there's no way to get free content, like no long-term grind for it. But with the way the training packs are working this year, they made a really good decision with the cards that came out today and the pack update. When we get to the store, we'll talk about that. Let's just quickly go through the solo challenges. Again, Series 1 is likely going to take place during Season 1, and currently, right now, 75 stars were available on the first drop. Because we have far less players this week, you can only earn 30 additional stars, bringing you to a grand total of 105. I knew that because I'm very good at math. So if you scroll through the milestone rewards here, majority of the rewards are going to be these terrible coin packs that don't really give you much. But if you are updated on your solos, and you play today's solos included, you're going to have another 80 plus pack waiting for you there. So not game changing or team changing at all. And as you can see, when it's all said and done, when you get to 195, and we now know that we're roughly getting about 30 stars per week, we should actually be able to max out these rewards very soon, within like a 3-week period. We'll see if they add on to this and maybe up it to some 83 or 84 plus packs. But make sure you go play through your solos. You never know, you might be able to pull a good card there. And at the end of the day, with any of these programs, Alumni, Fresh Faces, Standouts, the free reward packs are absolutely worth it, because even if you don't get anything good, you can quick sell these cards. They don't give you a ton of training, and that's all dependent on the OVR, but every single card out of every single free pack has value, because you can turn that into enough training to essentially get a free Alumni champion. We're not going to open the pack in today's episode, or I should say today's video, because we do have a No Money Spent episode that's going to drop later this afternoon, where I will be spending my training to go ahead and open up one of these Alumni packs. If you guys haven't been checking out my No Money Spent Squad series, make sure you do. We'll be dropping episode 8 later today. We do have a full playlist. We'll post that down below in the comment section as a pinned comment. That's where we do a lot of pack openings. One more update in relation to the Alumni program. This will be found in the Season 1 Field Pass. There's basically a tab for just about every single program that comes out. Interesting here, though, with Alumni. This is week number 2, volume number 2. They basically took away the objectives, as far as I know here, from last week, and then just put new ones in there or refresh them. So there's not like a sub-tab within Alumni. Like if we go to Fresh Faces, there's week 1, week 2. You go to names of the game, same thing there. Alumni looks like it's just going to reset. Now, as far as what you get for knocking out these objectives, you got a bunch of coin packs. 18 in total, which would sound cool if you didn't know that coin packs barely give you any coins, unfortunately. I think the maximum amount you can get is 5,000 coins from them, and most people get like 250 or even 500 coins. If you get anything over 1,000, you got to consider yourself lucky there. But fairly easy objectives to passively earn as you're playing the game there. You do have to have 2+ Alumni players in your lineup, but just generally playing the game, you're going to knock these out and get some free coins. Like most promos, there aren't any item sets in the game for Alumni. To get any of the champions, you're going to find those on the auction house, in the training store, and of course in Alumni packs. The Ultimate Champion Collection still didn't get updated. We know that Warren Moon is basically the Season 1 player that you're going to need to get. 87 overall. As far as how you get that Warren Moon, there is still no set in the game, but we can all safely assume that you're going to have to collect every non-LTD legend throughout Season 1. So that's all the cards that came out last week, and then the 2 cards that are non-LTDs, and Tiki Barber and Vernon Davis, that came out today. You're going to have to collect all of those Season 1 players. You'll eventually have a set in the game where you can put them in and get the Warren Moon, and he's going to be 1/5 of what you need to get a 96 overall Alumni Ultimate Champion. But this is a very long-term chase here, and with this card only being an 87 overall, you know, it feels like we basically have about 2 to 3 weeks left of Legends to go out and collect this card, because I'm sure we'll see an overall upgrade in roughly about 2 to 3 weeks. So if you missed the reveals on Twitter last night, again, far less cards in drop number 2 compared to number 1. We have 1 LTD in LT Lawrence Taylor. What a phenomenal Photoshop job on this card art here by the art team. 84 speed right edge, 85 acceleration, 85 power move, 87 finesse move, 85 block shed, Easily the best pass rusher in the game there. Really good attributes, 6'3". Obviously, you're not going to be using him. And early on, he is a little bit up there in price, not like super expensive. Let's do a quick price check one more time. Last I looked, he was about 700K, but because of the way the training packs are today, I think this card's going to be on a free fall in price most of the afternoon, and then you might see it start to rise back up as the evening rolls on, going into tomorrow and early parts of the week. So pay attention to this one if you want it. I feel like for what you're getting out of this card, this is a fairly good price, but it might actually get a little bit cheaper. And then when the champions come into play here, super cheap, and I think these should remain this way again strictly because of the reroll. We have an 86 overall Tiki Barber, 86 speed, acceleration, juke move, 81 trucking, 82 carry. Pretty good looking card. It's just we have kind of running back fatigue right now, and he's not going to be the very best at his position. He's also the worst of the 3 cards that dropped today. So if you take a look at his price, I looked earlier, he's 171K. He's all the way below 150K right now. So if you are doing the reroll today, this is the card you don't want. Lawrence Taylor, of course, is going to be the card that you do want, but a nice little happy medium would be the Vernon Davis, which I think, even though he lacks run blocking here, I think he's going to be the best tight end in the game. 6'3", 85 speed, 86 catch, really good route running. Again, the one thing he's lacking is run block, but I don't think that's a huge deal or a game changer. And as good as this card is, number one, you should be seeing a price in Rob Gronkowski's alumni card that came out last Sunday. That card should be dropping. I just looked, according to CFB.fan on PlayStation, he's down 31% and roughly about 130,000 coins. So if you want a good tight end and one that can run block, go take a look at Gronk, especially since he's crashing in price. But I mean, even Vernon Davis is right around 200,000 coins, so he's not super pricey at all, and I think he's the best receiving threat at the tight end position in the entire game. So why are these cards so inexpensive? It all comes down to the training rerolls. Because we don't have sets in-game to get champions for just about every single promo this year, this is really where we rely on the community to get cards from these various promos in the market. And before we cover the alumni packs, I want to go back to this week because Fresh Faces and Standouts both went up in cost as far as the amount of training, but they stayed at an 85 plus, even though there's 86 overall players in these packs. Now on Tuesday, Names of the Game did go from an 85 to an 86, 2.4K, which is very interesting on the price there, because last week when alumni dropped, we did see a pretty big difference in price with the alumni packs compared to the field there. But after Names of the Game on Tuesday, we have Fresh Faces and Standouts, again, go up in price, but keep it at that base level of 85. So I wasn't really sure what they would do with alumni, and surprisingly enough, they bumped up the OVR on the alumni pack and didn't make it super expensive. So now if you have 2.6K training laying around and you open up this pack today, you are guaranteed one of the 3 cards that came out today. And that's why Tiki Barber and Vernon Davis and even LT are really inexpensive right now. And you can see we're a little bit over 2,000 training. I have some more items to quick sell. I do have enough training in my possession to open up this pack. We're going to do it on today's episode of No Money Spent. And a couple days ago, we put out an episode basically talking about how you could earn one free champion from a promo of your choice every single week. Again, going back to what I talked about in the beginning of the video, there's so many free game modes, or so many game modes where you can earn free content online and offline. You can get enough stuff from solos, head-to-head game modes, against the computer game modes. If you don't have good pack luck out of those free packs, you're still going to earn enough training if you just kind of grind it out for the week to open up one of these packs of your choice. And that's what I focused on. Last week, we earned enough training to open up the 85 plus pack. This week, we focused on it again. We got enough training now to open up this 86 plus pack. And that's really going to be what I do all year. And also because of that, I think it's going to keep prices on a lot of new cards relatively low for people to go out and buy. There's always going to be exceptions to the rule, but for the most part, this is going to be a really good market throughout the year if this trend continues. Of course, we do have booster packs, 7 steps here, $5 for the first one, 1 coin for the next 2 steps, and then it goes up in price. Honestly, I don't know how much it goes up to because we're No Money Spent this year on this game, and you do have your money packs. Some people have had luck out of this alumni basic pack as well, so if you want to give it a shot for 18,000 coins, there are going to be your odds. The chances that you get a champion are obviously going to be slim, but it's not a ton of coin at 18K. I'll stay away from it because we're trying to save up to upgrade our quarterback position right now. But that is the content. I think the biggest W of the day is the training reroll and how it's impacting the market and making these cards affordable. So a lot of people in the community, including you low money spent and no money spent players like myself right now, can go out and pick them up for your squads, and you don't feel like you don't have some of the best cards in the game. So that's all I got. Stay tuned for No Money Spent episode 8 later today. Thank you for watching this one. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.